In studying the zodiac sign Leo, we notice that of the expressions of Leo, self-confidence is strong and it has impact. These are the first two expressions. The third expression we're looking at today is enthusiasm. They are enthusiastic people, the Leos, generally speaking. And enthusiasm is a lovely word. It comes from the Greek theos. It means I embody God. Enthusiasm is when spirit is abundantly expressed in what you are and what you do. It is Leo's core essence, perhaps, enthusiasm. And we see how that can be kind of applied within a social setting. First, you've got the children playing on the old oak. This is Leo 11. And they're just playful and innocent, and they're just doing what kids do. They're just doing what they feel like doing and getting on with it and having fun. And that is a really important aspect of life that a lot of people forget about. And we have Leo to thank for reminding us that life is actually fun. If you choose that, if you want to have a good time and enjoy yourself, and not sophisticated good time, that comes next, but the just swinging on an oak tree, just enjoying being out in nature, moving around, being with other kids, laughing and having no agenda, that kind of simple way of enjoyment of life. We have to remember that, and that's the mystery here in Leo 11. Whereas Leo 12 takes us into a much more contained arena, social arena, the lawn party. You dress up, you put on appropriate clothing, you speak in the appropriate way, which is courteous and polite and not extreme or dramatic, and you fit in. That's the whole thing about taking on socially acceptable behaviors, that we fit in. Society is based on the idea that everyone's willing and prepared to fit in, which means that certain bits of their expression are left outside. So the lawn party teaches us that the childlike enthusiasm in Leo 11 needs to be moderated in Leo 12 if you want to fit in with the party. And it's not just a party, this is a lawn party. This is one of those parties where society expresses itself moderately, gently, courteously, quietly. It's one of those parties. And so, you might have a cup of tea after a Sunday morning worship meeting or something like that. It's at that level of social interaction. And the enthusiasm that we've got for that is not so much in personal self-expression, but is to do with being a part of something bigger. We have a bigger group experience when we can moderate our own individual experience. That's what we do. We say, okay, I'm like this, but they don't like that part of me. Let's put that aside for the minute. It's not inauthentic, it's just moderated. It's a limited expression of your true self. And then you get to be part of the group experience. And we can see our lives as, shall we say, the vibration of those two aspects of life. Sometimes you do what you want to do just because you want to do it, and other times you moderate in order to be with other people. So the vibration of social interaction is like private, collective, that kind of thing. When we get to Leo 13, we're starting to understand that the enthusiasm of youth and adult behavior in the lawn party scenario, they both give way to age in the end. Not necessarily old age, but maturing age. You learn a bit. And you look back and you think, oh, okay, I was like that when I was younger, but I've learned. And the old sea captain is in his rocking chair, just thinking about his adventures and what he did right and what he did wrong, and how ephemeral it all is, how it changes so very quickly, and how right becomes wrong and wrong becomes right, stranger becomes friend and friend becomes stranger, how all of that goes on. And the old sea captain contemplates that with enthusiasm, despite the losses and the grief and all of that. Time heals all of that. We pass on beyond the poignancy of any dramatic, exciting moments sooner or later, and time gives us a different perspective. And the enthusiasm that we feel for life when we're not in the middle of the drama has a deepening quality. It's more soulful. And then we come to Leo 14, which is the human soul waiting to incarnate. It's a strange image in a way, how Elsie Wheeler could see that, but this is what we're given. And we find that upon mature reflection, upon the idiosyncrasies, the ups and downs, the changeability of life, upon reflection, there's a deepening occurs of our perception. We actually feel more, and we see more, and we understand more of what was always there. And it's the soul starting to make itself known to us through our perceptions. That's what we're experiencing. It was always possible, theoretically. It's just that we had a more dramatic interest in things of the moment previously. And you get to that kind of older period in life, and you've done all of that as much as you wanted to. It didn't really satisfy, it wasn't enough. And here in Leo 14, the soul's voice can be used. We can actually start to talk with the soul's voice if we learn certain states of being which are accessed best through meditation, for example, and we know how to integrate with other people, we know how to treat people, so that we can be authentically self-expressive and yet still fit in without upsetting too many people. So we become more soulful, and then we actually become partly ensouled. We can, in this lifetime, in this body, express soul consciousness. It is feasible. It's an achievement if you manage to do that. And it's an amazing state of being if you were able to do that permanently. I think that's what full realization means. I think we can become realized, which I believe is the awareness that you're speaking with the soul's voice. But whether you can do that all of the time or not is a big challenge. I think perhaps not for most of us. However, in the fact that we do touch the soul's voice, then we recognize that we're more than individuals. We're actually legitimately able to consider ourselves a part of the group experience, and a valuable part, an essential part, a facet without which the parts would not add up to the whole. So we are genuinely able to identify ourselves as the group. And on one level, that can be the pageant, Leo 15, where the enthusiasm of the child and the careful management of the adult and the awareness of culture and history of the sea captain, they all come together and the soul expresses itself as the group in the pageant, the mystery play idea. Here we're actually dramatizing ancient mysteries in the modern way, using knowledge that we've got that's been passed down, but enthusiasm we have for the moment, because it's fun and it's colourful and it's dramatic. A pageant, we're all excited by a pageant, and it's the more subtle. I think the more subtle understanding here is that that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. That's our lives. We're just creating a pageant here on earth. Our life story is simply our contribution to the whole drama. And the whole drama is, on one level, just an entertainment. It comes and it goes immediately. and it's for our pleasure and interest and curiosity on one level. On another level, actually, there isn't anything else going on throughout the universe, throughout eternity. Life itself is simply a pageant. We're simply playing out old mysteries in new ways and mustering as much enthusiasm and responsibility as we can to manage it well. So their enthusiasm actually takes a journey almost from being childlike and free of its responsibilities to soulful and managed well, to express the deepest truth in life is that God is expressing itself through us.